What's good, my people? It's your boy 336 Money, and you are now tuned in to the 336 podcast. I'm here today to tell you that I am ahead, not up to date. Yes, that means I am from the future. Your today is just my yesterday. Spoiler alert, ain't shit changed. What's good, people, man? Again, you are now tuned in to the 336 podcast, which currently airs on Sundays. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of our other content. Also, go ahead and like this video. Don't forget to comment what you think about what we talking about today, man. So we got a couple things to talk about. It's been a very interesting week as always. Always going to be interesting in this world of ours, man, and where we're at right now. Massachusetts parents sued the school for encouraging their kids to use new names or pronouns without their consent. Yes, that's what's going on. You send your kids off to school. You know, they know that they're a boy or a girl. They know that they're Mr. or a Miss. And they come back and they're not sure what they are, or they feel like they should be able to be something else if they so decide, or that they don't have to choose anything and they don't have to be placed in a box. And you may not agree with that, and some may agree with that, but traditionally, most parents would not be too happy about that. And those are the parents of this school in Massachusetts. They are suing this school for encouraging their kids to change this whole gender identity thing, new names, all of that. You know, that would be very frustrating for me. You know, I'm not a parent, but, you know, if I'm teaching my child one thing and then they come home trying to tell me something else and someone's trying to go against, you know, my core beliefs and the beliefs that I want to instill in my child, of course, that would upset me. That would frustrate me. I probably wouldn't sue. But that's probably the better thing to do. And I'm glad that this story did gain some national attention, because this is an issue right now. We send our kids off to school. We don't know what these people are teaching them. You know, it's a lot of different agendas being forced on our kids, enough through social media, the companies that they love to watch their movies and cartoons and, you know, YouTube videos with. You know, there are different things going on behind the scenes there. And the last thing we need to do is, where we send our kids every day, 5 days a week, for 8 or 9 hours a day, is for them to be getting misled and being taught something that we don't agree with. This is just disgusting to me, honestly, that we would take the choice away from kids to learn themselves about what these things are and to really decide for themselves if they want to do that later down the road. I mean, it's not even really nothing we should decide. I mean, if you are born with certain types of reproductive organs, your classification therein lies in that. All of this other stuff that we're trying to do, man, it's just not normal. And a lot of people want it to be normal, but we can't act like it is. You know, we have thousands and thousands and maybe even millions of years of history and the way that things are done. And then all of a sudden we change it. We can't say that that's normal, because it's not. You know, that's not what normal is. Normal is what we do every day. That's not what we do every day. Mike Tyson, he had a bloody encounter on an airplane, guys. Yes, somebody decided to mess with Mike Tyson after they seen what he was doing to Roy Jones Jr. in that celeb fight, man. Did y'all see that? But yeah, somebody still feel like, you know, Mike, you know, I can just handle them any kind of way. And, you know, I think that's an issue when you're a celebrity and you do run into a fan or someone who knows you, who maybe just wants some clout, they want some attention, they want a viral post. They kind of treat you any kind of way. You would think as a celebrity that you actually get this special treatment, but in all actuality, you're kind of treated like a slave. You have to, you know, succumb to the demands of these different people. Come take a picture. Hey, pose here. Hey, sign this. You know, you become a slave to the people that support you because they don't understand personal space. They don't understand respect. They just don't understand these things when they see people that they look up to or that they feel like have a status that can maybe bring them some status or attention, or maybe they just genuinely are happy to see that person. But this person seems to have a little bit of a motive. They were on a plane. I'm not sure what airline it was, so I'm not going to give anyone free promo. Basically, you know, they seen Mike, you know, they greeted him. They were sitting behind him. It was all cool at first because it's like, oh my gosh, Mike Tyson is sitting in front of me. You know, like, I don't know, like, this is crazy. We got to, like, do something about this. But eventually this guy just became very annoying. It was said that Mike told him to chill out, relax a couple of times because, when you're on a flight, I don't know about you guys, man. The whole traveling thing, it's just a hassle. You want to relax. You want to chill. Look over whatever you need to look over while you're on that plane. But this guy just kept on antagonizing Mike Tyson. And I feel like for Mike to get up, it's not like a full clear video that I've seen personally, but I mean, he was trying to kill him. Like, he was trying to beat this boy down. Like, he gets up out of his seat, he turns around, and I mean, he goes in on this guy. I'm talking about like straight right hook action, while people are trying to hold him back. I mean, I think Mike's like 55 right now. People trying to hold him back, he's still going in with that right hook. And I mean, it's deadly. I mean, he bloodied the guy's face. The guy looks really distraught and hurt after that. There's a viral picture of him with a bloody face and just looked like he's almost about to cry. But I feel like he know what he did. And I hate it because there's no protection against the antagonized, the person that responds, the antagonizer. They always get away in these situations. And I hate it because at the end of the day, this was a white man that was antagonizing Mike Tyson, which is a black African-American man. And unfortunately, we do have to say that. We do have to make that clear because that is a thing and it's going to be a thing in the court of law. So, he's a high status, high profile. I mean, this guy's already got a lawyer. So, yeah, he's coming for the bag. He's coming for the check. And I feel like he knew what he was doing and he did it intentionally. I hope Mike Tyson can avoid any type of penalty for this because I'm pretty sure that this victim, so they say, because we think Mike Tyson's the real victim here. I think that this guy was really saying some obscene things to push Mike. Mike seems very level-headed. I don't know if you guys watch his podcast. It's pretty good, but he's very intelligent, very level-headed. He just want to sit on that plane and eat them shrooms and chill. Dana White, he actually posted a video showing you how it's done. I think this might have been like a funny little video. One day him and Dana on a private plane together and he walks up, he taps him on the shoulder like, hey, I like this seat. Dana White looks at the camera, he shrugs his shoulders, he gets up and moves. And Mike sits down and he looks so comfortable, like the seat just, has special healing powers or something. And Dana's just like, I don't know, and he posted this video saying, this is how you respond when Mike Tyson tells you to relax on an airplane. So yeah, that was a good video. I don't know about you guys. I'm going to go Dana White's method. I don't think getting beat up by Mike Tyson is worth any type of lawsuit. So Biden, we have Biden. He's back on the scene and he's canceling student loan debt. Yes, this has been the American Rescue Plan Act since the COVID type of this relief package that's been put out. This has been going on for quite some time, but even more of the people that are in student debt, and it's targeting more student debt, they actually now qualify. So what this is, it's a targeted cancellation, everyone. Does not qualify. So it means that, yes, you hear Biden cancel student debt, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he cancels student debt for you, unfortunately. And these are the headlines that we get. But when we look into it a little bit deeper, we see that these are record numbers. We can give credit where it's due. These are record cancellation numbers since he's been in office. However, only 1% of this student loan debt is wiped out by this, So, we're celebrating. These are historic numbers, but this is only 1% of all student loan related debt. So there are a lot of stipulations to this thing, man. You have to, have a permanent or a temporary disability. You have to go to an IT school. You have to have been paying for 20 to 25 years. Even if your loan goes into default or anything like that, it doesn't qualify toward that 20 to 25 year period. There are a lot of things. They're favoring people who have been paying their debts pretty consistently on some type of plan for a long period of time, which we all know that does not favor those in the lower socioeconomic statuses, which are the people that really need this help. We're trying to go to school and get a better lives. We're already facing so many other odds. We get into this big debt. And now we hear that relief is coming, but it doesn't qualify for the poor people that are trying to just make it scratch and claw to get a better life for their families. Because in a lot of the households in those places, there's only one who goes and graduates college. that is the thing about it. So it kind of sucks that it's not more widespread, but they are still fighting for more widespread. While they applaud this type of relief and cancellation for the student debt, they still are fighting to get more widespread and not so targeted, 1% of all student debt. So let's applaud, but let's not get too happy, guys. Will Smith, Willie Will, the Fresh Prince, yeah, he is still getting jiggy with offers right now, as a lot of people are trying to get Will to work on their next project, despite what critics may think, since the slap heard around the world and the Oscars resignation and also the Oscar suspension from the ceremony. But yeah, they think that with these type of offers, it's mainly smaller budget films. But however, he has still, Bad Boys, some things like that on hold with Netflix. However, a lot of people think that, since that whole thing with the Academy went there, he could return to TV, maybe in some type of TV show. The silver screen is something that people are looking at right now. So Will Smith he's back in action. He was just most recently seen in India. So he had to go over there, and they loved him. There's a video of him pulling up by a famous YouTuber there. They loved him. They were so happy and excited to see Will. He looks good. He's smiling. He looks like he's in good health. India seems to be a place that he's traveled recently to meet with some very special people, and he's back there. It's not really clear why he's there, but he's definitely staying at the class of India while he is there. I didn't know hotels and resorts had saltwater pools. Like, that's pretty intense. I'm not sure what the point of a saltwater pool is, but it has to be something for this hotel to have it. But yeah, Will Smith, man, watch out. He's getting a lot of offers. We could see him in a different type of action movie or something like that, coming back to the small screen maybe, or maybe back in TV. We don't know, but Will Smith, he's out here. The people still love him, despite what the critics may say. And we're definitely excited to see what his next project is going to be. New Mexico wildfires, guys. We have to talk about it because we do talk a lot about, different climate things. We covered, the Earth Day was recently. We also covered Earth Hour. We want to talk about what's going on in New Mexico. And our condolences and prayers are with those people. They are fighting firestorms with 75-mile-per-hour winds. So just imagine that, right? 75-mile-per-hour winds are pushing these fires as, firefighters and, different type of EMS people. They try to fight against this. Thousands have had to flee from this, and there are currently over 20 active fires there in New Mexico, burning, just so vast of an area like that. The affected area of these fires are larger than Disney World. So if you look at and you ever been to Disney World, just picture that being swollen up by fire and even more. And that's what New Mexico has suffered recently. They currently have over 20 active fires there. So that is a lot going on there. Over 200 structures have been hit by this fire. They have the biggest wildfire now in the nation. 75-mile-per-hour winds. These are what these guys are fighting against. Definitely we send our support out to New Mexico. As a country, we suffer for these things because, again, this is climate change, which is a big deal. There's a lot of dry vegetation, dry land over there. A lot of the different snow areas have, just dried up, and it's difficult. Yet this is still weird for this to happen because this is very early in the year for these type of fires to impact. The governor there says they have a very long, extreme, dangerous fire season ahead of them, even though they have the most dangerous and deadly fire in the nation right now. That's all we have time for today, guys. Again, this is your boy 336, and you are tuned in to the 336 podcast. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you guys think about today's topics, and we'll see you all next week. Again, it's your boy 336. Y'all stay safe, but most of all, stay sucker free. Zip!